Hey everybody, what's up? So, first of all, I apologize for any background noise. Anne's somewhere and I can't find her. I can't shut the door if she doesn't have access to her litter box. So, I just don't want to get in trouble for that. So, here's, excuse me, sinuses. Here's something I've been looking at. Um, Kind of been doing a lot of research on, still doing it on cochlear implants here and there. Because after getting some information from people who have them, I've been looking into it, still looking at the pros and cons. Haven't made up my mind. There's some additional information I learned. And in particular, while looking up a video, it pops up some information that nobody talks to you really about. Um, so apparently, people who have hearing loss, tinnitus, who are full blown deaf, in these different categories, actually have what they call concentration fatigue. Now, I don't think that I have it. I say that because I can't diagnose myself. It's a possibility from everything that I've read, but I would rather have a doctor tell me that I have it versus just going, oh my God, I have this. Ah! Because it's important for me to have this documented by my doctor. Along with that actually comes depression. Tinnitus actually does cause concentration fatigue, and it's where you're like you're tired, you can't focus that much after a while. People think you're lazy or rude because you're just not up to much. And I sent the links to a couple articles to a friend of mine, and I'll try to put them below, at least two of them. And yeah, we both have hearing loss. We're like, this seems kind of true about everything we deal with. And I'm going, there's got to be something going on because, in my opinion, this is something, the place where I go through. I'm not going to say where. You would think that their doctors would know about this stuff. That would be part of their training. Even like a psychological aspect, for like all these different procedures, but nobody talks about it. And it makes no sense. And then I find out they're reading and reading and they're reading lots of articles because I like to do research. I don't like to go watch one video and go, oh my God, ah! I like to read several different articles to make sure I'm getting the full effect of the information. Um, while, there are parts of it that, reflect things that I have going on with tinnitus, my hearing loss. At the same time, they've said there's other conditions which it may be part of, but also some problems do cause other issues. So you're kind of like in a catch-22. Like, what's going on here? So I do have an appointment with my doctor. I am going to be talking to them about that, amongst other stuff, because I would just like to know. There is if you have tinnitus, depending on where you're at, talk to an audiologist. Go, yeah, what's this? I heard there was like a tinnitus assessment form. There are several out there, and see what they have to say, because it is quite interesting to realize that's something else. You have to know this stuff when you go to a doctor. You have to be like, okay, so I've heard about this like assessment deal. What can you tell me about it? Different stuff like that, because I found this out by accident. I'm not kidding. I was looking up information on tinnitus, and because somebody was talking about like they had heard, I'll give an example, like there's this gummy CBD that can cure tinnitus and all this other stuff. And I'm looking into it. Like, first of all, it's a scam, and nothing can cure tinnitus. But things that can help mask the symptoms and that, but that's about it. But for me, it doesn't work because of how bad my hearing loss is. My tinnitus as well. It's just horrible. In fact, look this up. There are people who have committed suicide because of tinnitus. I'm not kidding. it got to the point where they couldn't take anymore. It's just like, gone. I don't want to hear people's views on suicide, please. I've heard them all before from lots of different people. Sinuses and Nick Itchy Nose. Saying. But yeah, I found this form. I'm looking at it. I'm going, you've got to be shitting me. Nobody's told me about this. So I called up the doctor's office, the audiology group, and I said, hey, I was looking at this deal, and there's this tinnitus assessment form. What's that about? And the person I was talking to goes, I have no clue what you're talking about. She goes, yeah, you're going to have to contact someone else. So I sent a message to the main audiology department saying, hey, I heard about this form. Do I have to go through the tinnitus clinic? Can I give it to my GP? Stuff like that. And they're like, yeah, send it to your GP. And, once they receive it, they'll talk to you about it, take you to your next appointment. So I'm like, well, I got some time before my next appointment, so I'll send it to them. And I did. Got enough from the doctor. Yeah, we'll discuss the information. There was a second form I forwarded along just to be on the safe side. And no running across the keyboard. You've turned it off before. And she has. But it's amazing how these doctors, I'm sorry, I didn't want my hair being shown because I just washed it and it's not looking good. Anyways, I'm not gonna add any of this script. But yeah, these doctors don't talk to you about it, and you have to find out information. I've been seeing this department for a while, and other audiologists. How do you not know this? Shouldn't this be considered to be part of your job and, I don't know, information you should know about? It just blows my mind that you hear people say, well, I've never heard of that. I don't know. There's a funnier story to that, which would take a lot of explaining. But yeah, it's just like I said, once again, I would think this place would know about this. So have to wait and see what the results of the assessment are, and have to talk to the doctor about. It's called, what is it? Let me pull it up. I sent a link to a friend of mine. There's what's called deaf anxiety. Why should be talked about? That's interesting because I've talked to doctors about anxiety and tell them I have hearing loss. That's nothing that's ever been brought up as well, which is weird. There's also concentration effect. What is it? How it affects deaf people? And the article does discuss people like severe, profound hearing loss, what have you. And so it really opens your eyes to the fact that you have to look up stuff. You have to go to your doctor and ask questions. Because if you don't, you're not going to get any answers you need. If you don't get answers, or there's stuff, well, we didn't talk to you about because whatever. That's something, unfortunately, you have to do. I know someone who every time they go to their doctors, they'll have to ask these different questions because, they may not get to it in time, or they may, they'll have a list written down because somebody may go, this is kind of important. They'll think, well, you're right. And they'll ask. It's just pretty messed up that people have to do this. Our doctors need to be reminded, hey, you need to be, up on this stuff because patients need to know, it's sad. And I know, like my GP, the place that I go through, it's, it's interesting because honestly, the people there, it's like, I'm not kidding. Like if you go to hospital sometimes, even nurses know more than the doctors, which is pretty sad. I jokingly said to someone, if doctors didn't have nurses, they wouldn't know what to do. And a couple of them have actually said, yeah, you are right. I shouldn't say that, but there are nurse practitioners who can do kind of the same stuff as doctors and physician's assistants as well, which is what like the place I go through does. But they actually can do. They discuss a lot more than doctors I've dealt with in the past have. But yeah, I mean, it's just it was weird thinking about all of this stuff I've discovered that no one talks about. If you think you have a disorder, first of all, don't diagnose yourself because there's stuff that always has an underlying problem. Underlying problem, I mean. Second of all, you're probably going to screw yourself over because you're going to go, oh my God, I have this, I have this. Now, I know people have been right, but very few. And you're going to worry yourself and all this other stuff, and you're just going to cause more problems than you are for yourself. Just talk to your doctor about it. And if you need, say, hey, this is what's going on, get a referral. Because you just can't start going, oh my God, I'm going to die. I like Jeff Foxworthy made a joke about that. His wife's watching TV, and she goes, I have all those symptoms. He goes, honey, you don't have testicular cancer. You don't even have testiculars. He did say, look it up. Yes, there's a point to that. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Help to find out what's up. So just, like I said, please, if you got a doctor and you have a problem, write down questions, ask anything you need to. Because there's stuff, they may not think about during that time frame that you may. Sorry, phone's a little weird. Oh, didn't scrap my screen. Woo, okay. That was the screen cover. Sorry, kind of looking down and see the time. My phone's cracked. Shit. Write my language here. I don't care. This is for adults only. Yeah, because adults need to think about this stuff. I've tried filming this numerous times, so yeah. Sorry for the distractions. But overall, yeah, just do what you have to do. It's for the best. We all get distracted in life, and there's things we don't think about or we overthink. Like that, when I saw that. But yeah, that was an example for y'all. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Take care. Bye.